Welcome and thank you for joining us today for an exciting Tritium product launch. Since 2001, Tritium has been developing innovative electrical hardware and software for advanced transportation. From the company's beginning, competing in the World Solar Challenge and developing components for solar race cars, to helping develop the battery management system for Deep Sea Challenger, the submarine that made James Cameron the second person in history to travel to the bottom of the Mariana Trench. And now with some of the most innovative DC fast chargers on the market. The RT50, Tritium's original fast charger and the first fast charger on the market to be fully liquid cooled and IP65 rated. Then in 2018, Tritium launched the PK350, which is currently the company's highest powered charger on the market, providing up to 343 kilometres or 213 miles of range to an EV in just 10 minutes. 2020 was a pivotal year with the release of two new Tritium products. First, the RT175S, a powerful 175 kilowatt charger that has had success everywhere from public spaces to seaports and mines. The RT175S was followed by a big announcement, Tritium's first modular and scalable charger, the RTM, providing customers with a new level of flexibility to easily upgrade charger power through an innovative single-person lift module design. Today, we'll welcome the newest innovation to Tritium's line of DC fast chargers. To kick off today's event, let's hear a word from Tritium CEO Jane Hunter.
Thank you all for joining us today. This is an exciting time for the e-mobility industry. We've reached the tipping point, and transportation as we know it is experiencing a major transition. Economies are moving from oil-powered transport to transport powered by electricity, and with that, internal combustion engine vehicles are already an obsolete technology. None of the major car manufacturers are still investing in petrol-fueled vehicle development, but almost all have started investing large amounts of money in EV battery technology. This move is underpinned by supportive government policies, which in some European markets has led to EVs that are already cheaper to purchase than petrol vehicles. And we're only a few years away from the average EV being cheaper to buy than a petrol vehicle without government support. For years, Tritium has been at the forefront of this transport technology transition. And as a first mover, we're now well positioned to continue to lead the charge in this industry. With the recent unveiling of our new world-class test facility, we're now ready to accelerate the time to market for our new products, with in-house capabilities for electromagnetic compatibility tests, thermal tests, impact testing, and other critical trials. We've also expanded our global footprint, opening a new office in Singapore to cater to the increasing rollout of EVs in the Asia-Pacific region, and we plan to expand our manufacturing capacity with new facilities in the US and Europe. Tritium continues to grow, having increased our global team by more than 30% over the course of 2021. And of course, we've announced our intention to list on the NASDAQ, and we look forward to ringing the bell in December or January. It's an exciting time, and we're very well positioned, but our work is not done. We're just getting started. We plan to continue to invest in research and development and world-class facilities to stay at the forefront of this advanced technology and to continue to deliver to our customers faster, more power efficient, more compact and more reliable charging technology. And our product roadmap includes a plan to continue to bring new products to market on an aggressive schedule. It's an exciting day here at Tritium as we launch the next product in our suite of chargers. From the Tritium team, we thank you for joining us on this journey, and we look forward to continuing to develop innovative energy infrastructure which will change the planet for the better. Now I'll invite David Toomey, Tritium's Chief Revenue Officer, to speak about what Tritium is hearing from our customers.
Thanks, Jane. It's great to be reminded about Tritium's growing momentum, and we are certainly experiencing very exciting industry growth. I'd like to thank all of our customers and friends from around the world who are tuning in for today's launch. Our customers are critical to Tritium's success and have provided us with valuable insights and the type of features they need to optimise their business. I'm here at an EV Networks ultra-fast charging site on the side of a busy highway in Australia. This is a great site for me to demonstrate the challenges our customers face and how Tritium addresses them. Listening to our customers, these are the four most commonly requested features: safety, reliability, expansion capabilities that are multidimensional, and cost efficiency. Firstly, from a safety perspective, when bringing products to market, Tritium satisfies safety compliance standards in three main regions around the world: the Americas, Europe, and Asia. In fact, we are one of the few manufacturers that has global coverage. Reliability means everything if you are stuck on the side of a highway miles from home. Our engineers have developed a highly modular product designed for rapid repair, with up to 90% of repair tasks completed virtually or in under 30 minutes of field service time. This keeps the chargers online and drivers on the go. As the number of EVs on the road increase and the size of their batteries grow, our customers need charging systems that grow multidimensionally to meet these demands. So that's not only increasing the number of chargers, but also having the ability to make the same chargers more powerful. And when you look at this site, this future-proofing concept is demonstrated. There has been specific space set aside for more chargers and for more power cabinets. Which brings me to the last point: CapEx minimization and cost efficiency. You can simply expand the system in any dimension when the number of drivers and/or their power demands increase. In addition, a more reliable charger is a more cost-effective charger to operate. As you'll see later on, our engineers have developed a microgrid architecture to enable our customers to oversubscribe power to their sites. This means that our customers can install chargers which have a combined power capacity in excess of the site's grid feed. These customer challenges and many others have been deeply considered by Tritium, and we will continue to develop innovative solutions to meet these market challenges, like the product you'll hear about today. Thank you for joining us today from all around the world. Now, there have been some very exciting news out of New York. For more details, let me throw across to our partners at Revel.
Thanks, David, and hello from Brooklyn, New York. I'm Paul Suey, co-founder of Revel, and I'm thrilled to be participating in Tritium's launch event today. At Revel, our goal is to electrify cities through charging infrastructure and shared electric vehicle fleets. To make this vision a reality, we required an innovative fast charging partner. We found that in Tritium. With their RTM fast charger, we built the largest universal fast charging station in North America in our hometown of Brooklyn, New York. This super hub has 25 Tritium fast chargers and keeps our rideshare fleet of Teslas fully charged while also giving New Yorkers access to reliable fast charging. The RTM was a great solution for our Brooklyn super hub, allowing us to use innovative modular architecture. We plan to expand our super hub network across New York and to other cities throughout the US. While doing so, we'll have a continued focus on providing the best customer experience in the industry, underpinned by reliable and scalable fast charging technology. We're thrilled about the product that Tritium is launching today, which will allow us to deploy highly reliable super hubs at the lowest cost, and to scale these super hubs to meet evolving market demands. This technology helps us build more super hubs and helps us expand our all-electric rideshare service. Congratulations to the Tritium team on this accomplishment. We can't wait to install this technology at our next super hub. We're excited to have Tritium as a partner in our expansion, and we look forward to our future together.
Well, we're all excited to see the new features that solve those customer and driver challenges. So let's welcome Dr. David Finn, Tritium co-founder and Chief Growth Officer.
Hey,
Good
Bill.
to see you. Dr. Finn, you must be so excited. What a day.
Oh, absolutely. Look, this is a first for the industry and for Tritium.
All right, can you tell us a little bit about what developments you're seeing in that EV charging space?
Well, plain and simple, we're seeing a coming of age of the industry. We're seeing innovators and early adopters in the marketplace. Really, we're seeing the crossing of the chasm to the early majority. And with that, we're seeing higher expectations, absolute availability of charging infrastructure, and a seamless user experience at these charging sites.
What exactly are the challenges that the industry faces to dramatically grow not only the quantity but the quality of charging to meet these growing demands of this new type of consumer?
Yeah, one of the biggest challenges we have is increasing the utilisation of the site without increasing queuing. You see, our customers' cost base is all directly proportional to the peak power throughput at this site, but the revenue is generated from the average power throughput. So that means they want to increase utilisation to increase their profits, but they don't want to increase the queuing because that's going to detriment to the actual user experience, which is so important.
What sort of things are you seeing your customers doing to address this?
Well, fundamentally increasing the scale of the site. So putting more and more charging infrastructure in one place, creating these charging parks. This is very different from what we've seen in the past. So in the past, the industry has been all about creating a coverage across a city or a country, and that's by putting one charging station all around the place. And then we saw that increase to 2 charging stations to create some more resilience. Then we saw 4 to 6 charging stations, just looking ahead a little bit in the market. But now we're seeing 12, 24 charging stations, 50 charging stations all in one place, creating these large-scale charging parks.
Wow, a lot in there. So as the original equipment manufacturer, how can Tritium help?
Well, in 2 key ways: capital efficiency and scalability. And by capital efficiency, what I'm talking about is being able to generate more revenue with less cost. And by cost, I'm talking about not just the equipment cost, but also the balance of system costs. So wiring up the site, installing the site, and the operating costs. And by scalability, what I'm talking about is being able to deploy a certain amount of capital now to capture an opportunity you can see, and then further incrementally deploy more capital over time to hold that opportunity in the marketplace. You see, predicting electric vehicle growth rate is actually really hard. Lots of people are trying, not necessarily getting it right. So customers really want to be able to deploy a certain number of chargers to these large-scale charging parks that makes sense right now. And this incrementally add more chargers over time and have absolutely no regrets about what they've already spent and not have to rip and replace anything. And this is a really exciting opportunity for Tritium because we get to innovate on this front. We get to innovate not just the charging equipment itself, but also the architecture of the site. And what we're really excited about is working in close partnership with our customers to continue to develop these innovations and really provide an experience to the driver that's completely unrivaled before they even turn up to the site, while they're charging, and to just drive away with absolute confidence. And so that's what we're here today, and it's super exciting to be announcing this product that actually contains so many of these innovations. So really looking forward to sharing some of it with you.
Well, we are super excited to see the machine that is going to take Tritium to the next level. So would you do the honours for us?
Absolutely. Without any further ado, I introduce the PKM 150.
Such an impressive product, David. It looks like a complete charging park. What are we talking? 8 charging plugs?
We are. Look, the PKM 150 is the first step on the PKM architecture for Tritium, and it's an architecture that is distributed, the first for Tritium and the first for the industry. What it allows us to do is the things I was speaking about before. So we can scale up the power of each charging station to meet the growing power needs of new high-powered charging vehicles on the marketplace, and also scale out the number of charging stations at the site to keep up with the growing number of vehicles on the road. And with this distributed architecture, what we can do is scale up the rectification independently of the charging station capacity. So we can increase charging station capacity above the rectification capacity, what we call oversubscribing on the site. And this allows us to be more capital efficient and more scalable in an unrivaled fashion.
Okay, can you tell us a bit more about the product design for the PKM 150? Because to the untrained eye, it looks very similar to the RTM 75, launched last year, and an absolute game changer.
Yeah, it has been for Tritium actually, and a lot of the features that you'll see between the RTM 75 and PKM 150 are very much intentionally the same. We've borrowed so many of the great features we designed into the RTM 75. So the IP65 rated enclosure comes straight across, the cable management system borrowed, and also the simultaneous function, along with many other features between the two. The other thing we've done is 80% of the componentry between the RTM 75 is exactly the same in the PKM 150. And the benefit of that is that it's operational efficiency for us, and it's also operational efficiency for our customers. They're already trained on how to do the RTM 75 in the field, how to service it, and that training just ports straight across into the 150. These products are now in the field and they're proven, and all the components feel proven now. And so that gives us a lot of confidence about the reliability that we're going to experience with the PKM 150 as it launches.
Makes a lot of sense. So, what are some of the great new features of the PKM 150?
Well, the key thing is the scalability that we were talking about before. We can start with 50 kilowatts, and that makes economic sense, and increase that all the way up to 150 kilowatts just by adding in those single-person lift modules. And that's just a few moments in the field to do that. The other thing you can do is continue to add charging stations to the site. So you can start with 2 charging stations, increase it to 3 just by adding another one, and increase it to 4 over time. And they're all connected to our 300 kilowatt rectifier, which has that intrinsic power management included.
What are some of the other benefits, David?
We've paid large attention to working out how we transmit large power levels around these ever-increasing charging parks.
Interesting. How do you do that? How do you go about it? Because cabling is obviously very important.
Well, let me show you. In the PKM architecture, what we've done is we've got a DC bus architecture. So all the power is distributed around the site at 950 volts DC, leading to the gauge of cable required to wire up the site being about half that of what you have to do with a standalone solution. Then you have to wire up those sites at 400 volts AC. And so you can see there the difference in gauge, and that's a big saving in cost. Copper's not cheap. And so tens of thousands of dollars saving on small sites, or hundreds of thousands of dollars on the large scale sites that we're talking about today.
And not only cost, I imagine safety is involved as well.
Yeah, we've paid a lot of attention to that. The rectifier unit itself has 4 DC breakers installed in it, so any one of these charging stations can be taken offline independently of the others, and they can continue to operate while you come and service that charging station, and all the safety disconnects can trip that DC breaker upstream.
Sounds like you've thought of everything. It's fantastic. It sounds like a dream for network providers. Let's check in with one of Tritium's charge point operator partners right now.
Hello from the United Kingdom. I'm Ian Johnston, the CEO of the Osprey Charging Network, one of the largest and the fastest growing networks of rapid EV charging points in the UK. The e-mobility industry is experiencing immense growth, and we have big expansion plans to meet this growing driver demand and to build the rapid charging network of the future. But network expansion is a strategic endeavour. We must be precise in where we deploy charging stations, as well as in how we deploy them. Tritium's new PKM 150 certainly helps us to accomplish that. We're really excited about what this product has to offer. It's truly the most flexible charging station on the market, providing a multitude of ways for us to optimise our charging business. Previously, drivers' charging speeds were typically limited in 2 ways. First, by the level of power the vehicle is capable of charging at, and second, by the level of available power at the individual charging station. By enabling the PKM 150 chargers to be networked together, Tritium has created a pool of power for drivers to access. This means that the site's power can truly be optimised by smoothly distributing the power around the site for each charging station to access. This means faster charging stations and increased reliability for the driver. The PKM 150 also reduces our infrastructure costs. For example, we heard Dr. David Finn speak earlier about the reduced cabling costs, which enable us to deploy new charging stations at a greatly reduced rate. And with those savings, we can deploy more charging sites in spite of complex grid connections, so we can continue to meet the ever-growing charging demand. So thank you to the Tritium team for letting me share my excitement today. The entire Osprey team can't wait to install the new PKM 150 system here on a site in the UK very soon.
Hello, I'm Alex Bamberg, Chief Executive Officer of Aqua Superpower, the first fully marinised dockside network of fast chargers for electric boats. When we think of e-mobility, we often think of road vehicles, but e-mobility is far more expansive than that. Welcome to Cannes, France, the location of the first transatlantic stopover in Europe and the heart of internationally renowned major events for professional boating, and where we have built one of our many marine-side fast charging sites around the world. To create a charging site like this is no small feat. On the water, we deal with salty, corrosive air, building on a variety of materials and structures, including some that float, and of course placing power electronics near a lot of water. These challenges require a robust and safe focused technology and an innovative technology partner, which made Tritium so attractive to us. Of course, Tritium is known for their fully sealed enclosures and IP65 rating, which is a fantastic fit for our charging destinations. And Tritium's modular technology provides a terrific system to enable reliable charging sites. The RTM has been a great addition to our fleet of rapid chargers, with its sealed enclosure, rugged design and truly innovative system designed for ease of install, ease of management and of course ease of use for the customer. The PKM 150 is a fantastic next step down this pathway of modular charging, providing charging networks like ours with the opportunity to scale our sites in new ways. The flexibility of the PKM 150 allows us to simply install a couple of chargers up front at the power levels we desire, and then deploy up to 4 on the same infrastructure while individually increasing charger power to meet the rapidly evolving electric boating demand. The PKM 150 is a milestone achievement for the EV charging world that will enable network operators and fleets to deploy fast charging infrastructure more easily and at a greater cost efficiency. From all of us at Aqua Superpower, congratulations to the Tritium team on the PKM 150. We can't wait to deploy this system at future sites.
A big thanks to our Tritium partners for joining us and providing that incredible insight. Now let's take one last look at the amazing PKM 150. This concludes today's launch of the PKM 150. Thank you so much for joining us all around the world for today's launch event. If you'd like to learn more about the all-new PKM 150, please visit tritiumcharging.com. Thank you.